Hello, today we are going to read the lesson The Ransom of Red Chief. It is a short story written by O. Henry. It talks about two men, Bill and Sam, who try to make easy money. They try to kidnap a boy and demand a ransom for him. Though the story is told in a comical fashion, it has a very serious message or meaning. Kidnapping a child is a very serious offense, but they just get the reward from the child himself when he turns out to be a holy terror. Bill and Sam are two friends. They are together in everything, even in the criminal activities they do. So let's read the story to find out how the little boy turns the tables on his would-be kidnapper. Let's read about the author. William Sidney Porter, better known by his pen name O. Henry, was an American short story writer. His stories are known for their surprise endings. He was born on 11 September 1862, North Carolina, US. His trademark is his witty, plot-twisting endings and his warm characterization of the awkward and difficult situations and the creative ways people find to resolve them. You will find irony in most of his stories. His most famous short story, The Gift of the Maggie, epitomizes his style. Other than Gift of the Maggie and The Ransom of Red Chief, he has also written many stories like A Retrieved Reformation, The Last Leaf, The Clarion Call, The Roads We Take, Girl, and many more. One of the main themes that is explored in the story is a warning against taking the easy way out. Here, Bill and Sam try for easy money, but they find themselves in over their heads when they kidnap the wrong kid. The theme involves the danger of trying to take the easy way out. Bill and Sam, these two pretty criminals, are looking for an easy $2,000. They need just $2,000 to buy some land. So they hatch a plot to kidnap a little boy and hold a ransom of $2,000. Johnny, the 10-year-old son of Ebenezer Dorset, who is a wealthy pillar of the community in the small town called Summit. The story is set in the small town called Summit, which is the place chosen by the kidnappers. They pick up the boy, which was not an easy task, and take him to a cave hideout, but there the tables are turned. So, first, when they approached the boy, he was throwing stones at a kitten. So, Bill went close to him and he asked him, "Would you like to have a bag of candy and a ride?" As the boy was so harsh, he almost hit Bill in the eye with a piece of brick. So the boy put up a fight like a bear, but somehow these two men tried to put him in the cart and drove him to a cave. So when they reached the cave, Sam left Bill and Johnny in the cave and he drove back to the little village where he hired the cart and then he walked back to the mountain. So when he reached the mountain, he saw Johnny standing at the entrance of the cave watching a pot of boiling coffee. Little Johnny calls himself Red Chief. They were actually in a fantasy game of cowboys and Indians. And he named Bill as the old Hank, who is a trapper and he is Red Chief's captive. And when Sam reached the place, he called Sam the Snake Eye, who is the spy. He was driving his captors mad with his bratish behavior. The apex of the story was when the kid goes beyond the limits when he hits Bill at the back of his ear with a stone. The boy drives both men crazy, but particularly Bill. He made Bill pretend to be a horse and rode him around. While doing so, he kicked Bill hard and bruised his legs. He also sat on Bill's chest and held on to his hair with one hand while brandishing a sharp knife in the other. Brandishing means waving. He was waving a sharp knife in the other to take Bill's scalp. Johnny also put a red hot boiled potato down Bill's back. He then tried to smash Bill with a rock, and Bill ran around in pain like a madman. The boy also told Sam that he did not have any fun at home and he hated to go to school and he liked to camp out and he thought that this is a very good place to have a camp out. All these activities of the kid were terrifying both Bill and Sam. As the boy's actions were becoming unbearable, The narrator decides to write a letter containing request so he could finish the deal with the child's dad. So Sam writes a letter to the child's dad, and the letter contains nervousness, impatience, and desperation. The conflict of a story is that the character's face that drives the plot. Bill and Sam struggle with the desire for money versus the desire to get away from Johnny. In the end, money seems less important. When Sam starts writing the letter, Bill begged him tearfully to reduce the ransom. He felt that nobody would give up $2,000 for this wild boy. So Sam also agreed for that, and he wrote a letter asking for only $1,500. He was completely terrified and could never sleep. The incompetent captors receive a letter from Johnny's father telling them that they need to pay up to return the boy. So Dorset rejects the two desperate men's demand, and he instead offers to take the boy off their hands if they pay him $250. Bill and Sam were bruised, disheartened, and their hopes were gradually reduced by the trials of parenting this wild kid. They are mightily relieved to think that they may have finally found a solution to their problem. The problem is actually parenting the child only. So they decided to part with the money even. Resolution is that part of the story where everything comes together and all various problems and conflicts are finally resolved. So when the father accepted to take back the boy for $250, Bill was beyond happiness. Bill says that one more night with this wild boy would definitely send him to a bed in Bethlehem. He said that he would go mad if he sends another night with this boy. So he was beyond happiness. And the boy, when he understands that he was to be left at home, holds as tight as a leech to Bill's leg. He doesn't want to get back to home, but his father just about manages to pry him off, allowing Bill and Sam to make good their escape. Bill said that was enough, and in 10 minutes they would be at the Canadian border. Finally, instead of getting a ransom of $2,000 for the Red Chief, they end up paying the boy's father. They decided to part with the money instead of parenting this wild kid. Here we have the character sketch of Ebenezer Dorset, Sam, Billy, and Johnny. Ebenezer Dorset, a rather affluent man worthy of being targeted by the kidnappers. He is a stingy old man whose greatest joy in life is foreclosing on a mortgage. He is also a great agency of irony as he turns the tables on the kidnappers by demanding money from them. Sam, a con man and a hustler who hatches the criminal plot. In the beginning, he was very confident that everything would go smooth and easy. But later, they learn the errors of profoundly underestimating the strangers. Bill, he has been the terrorized victim throughout the story. His anxiety increases to a point where he begs Sam not to leave him alone with the boy. He also begs Sam to reduce the amount of the ransom. Johnny has been portrayed as a very wild and harsh kid. He plays and takes the lead at all times. We also find that whether Johnny realizes that he has been kidnapped, he views Bill as a playmate. The end of the story also leaves the reader with mixed feelings. Some readers will be glad that Johnny has been returned to the father, while other readers will have a sympathy for the hapless Sam and Bill. O. Henry stories are famous for twists and turns. The irony in the story lies in the core incident where what actually happens is in stark contrast to what was expected to happen. The narrator and Bill kidnap Johnny in the expectation that his father will surely part with $2,000 to get his only son back. But they counted out $250 into Dorset's hand. They happily part with the amount and escape, fearing for their lives. The plan was to kidnap the boy and hold him for ransom. It goes terribly wrong. They leave the town as quickly as they can. They were also very happy that Dorset has made such a liberal offer. I hope you have understood the story. Thank you for watching the video.